Okay, here's a look at my collection of Ultra Magnus. So first, these are not all the Ultra Magnus figures that were made through the years. These are just the figures that I have in my collection. And so what I want to do is just go over each one as briefly as I can and just share some of my thoughts on them. So starting off first, as always, with the original G1. So here is a look at the original Generation 1 Ultra Magnus, and this is the original because this is what I had back in the 80s, and it's you know, it's like a white Ultra Optimus Prime figure inside this box, basically. And yeah, but that's how these toys were in the 80s. But it is still nicely sculpted, your typical G1 with the die cast, I mean the sticker, and the there is some die cast, but I think that's on the Optimus Prime with the chrome plated parts and stuff. So typical G1. And yeah, as always, the G1, they're not consistent with the cartoon. They made some changes. So speaking of which, let's first compare this with the animation model and see how they made some changes to the cartoon aesthetics. And you could see the differences, such as the thighs are white instead of red like the toy. And yeah, the back always never matters to me, but you know, it's just nice to point it out. But anyways, here's the original G1, and it's always nice to have original vintage figures. So that's a look at the original Generation 1. And then after that, there is the CHUG. So this one's by, I think this is Fans Project. So this is their upgrade set for their white Optimus Prime figure that they called Ultra Magnus under the, I forgot, but this is the United version of the white Optimus Prime or Ultra Magnus figure. And you know, this is an older figure, so you know it is kind of limited in articulation and stuff, and it's highly stylized with a lot of details and stuff. But you know, for its day, when this came out, I mean, these were kind of cool. You know how they make some changes. He has 2 red missiles instead of 1, so yeah, that was the style back then, to resemble the character, but you know, stylizing it so you know it has its own unique look. And then we did finally get an updated version, the mainline retail. So first, here is the Hasbro version, which is nice. You know, same thing. They're at that time, they were not really going for cartoon accuracy, because you could see he has 2 red missiles and he's having trouble standing, so that's showing you some of the issues with these older figures with the tolerance and stability. But yeah, I should point this out. The older figures, they did not have ankle rockers like we do now, so they kind of fixed some problems there. But yeah, again, but I'll just tell you, you know, for its day when this first came out, it was really cool. I do like the color blue and stuff, and I don't like how some areas are not cartoon accurate, like the hips there are all white. And I was really disappointed that the Takata version, they did not make it cartoon accurate. You could see his thighs are red, so they were kind of doing a fusion of like the original toy with a nicer darker blue and stuff. And it does come with this accessory, maybe someone could tell me, but I forgot. It's all like comic stuff or something I'm not all into. And I will point out that Perfect Effect did make this cool upgrade set to improve this a little bit better. And yeah, I don't remember why I ultimately didn't get it, but you know, sometimes I kind of regret it, but you know, that's all in the past now, so I don't. And then after that, they War for Cybertron Siege version. And yeah, when this came out, I thought it was cool, but I knew right away that this was a hint that they were going to remake this to be more cartoon accurate, because that's what they do, the market strategy. They they're basically setting you up. But you know, for its time, and this is, you know, accurate to the the animation series, the War for Cybertron. So I guess it's cool from that point of view. But being a G1 collector, yeah, not really my style. And then finally, we got the Studio series, which I never made a review of, but you know, if anyone's interested, just let me know. Maybe I will do a review. But yeah, this is a really nice figure. So you could see much more cartoon accurate, and I was telling you, now the new figures, they do have ankle rocker, so it has better stability, better articulation, and this was really cool, this little gimmick feature that they added. But I think as a consequence of doing that, that's why his shoulders are maybe a little bit too wide. But anyways, I don't want to digress and go rambling on. It's a really nice figure, and I'm really happy that we got it. Hopefully we get the rest of season 3 Autobots in the more cartoon accurate Studio series. And then the masterpiece. But first of all, I think it was KFC. They did their version of Ultra Magnus, which, yeah, I remember conversations with other collectors. It was kind of odd that they were making it when the Takata was making their version, which obviously looked much better than their stylized version. So it really didn't make sense, but, you know, there was that version, and I didn't get it. But here, you could see this is the official Ultra Magnus by Takata, which we do need a upgrade 2.0. And you know, again, this is an older figure, so there are some issues that are understandable with this, such as this thing that people always complain about, this butt flap. And I think Toy House Factory made a KO of it, improving this. And that's another figure I was tempted to get, but you know, after thinking over and over again, there was some reason why I didn't get it. But I'm actually happy with this. And speaking of masterpiece, then there was the X-Transbots, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of responses if I share my honest opinion, but I'm trying to be as objective as possible while trying to refrain from sharing my personal biased opinion against X-Transbots. But you know, I'll just say the obvious. I mean, X-Transbots always does a nice job capturing the cartoon aesthetics. They do a nice job sculpting the figure. But, you know, thankfully a lot of people already know that there's always problems with their design. After more than 10 years, they're still designing things just not very well, overly complicated, wrong parts, making them prone to breakage and stuff like that. And this one I know has that issue where you can start loosening up the screw for the shoulder joint and stuff. It's just, yeah, just keep it simple. X-Transbots always has a lot of issues with their designing their figures for form and function, transformation design. But you know, it looks nice, and I guess for some people that's good enough, because you know, they don't really transform the figure and stuff. But anyways, that's a look at the masterpiece. And oh, And then of course we are waiting for Fans Toys, and you know, I have a feeling that's probably going to be the best Ultra Magnus. And that's just speaking to the reputation Fans Toys have. They do make premium figures. They do focus on making great quality figures. So, you know, understandable to anticipate a really great figure by Fans Toys. And then last is, but not least, there's always the Legends. So first of all, let me say I did not get the Magic Square because it was never my intentions to get Season 3 Legends figure. But yeah, I did end up getting it for some reason. Oh yeah, because New Age's Cyclonus and Galvatron was really great. So I just, somehow they got me that way. But here's a look at the 2 Legends or mini masterpiece. So first of all, here's a New Age, and this is a figure I'm really disappointed with. And because New Age is really a good design company, I equate them to like Fans Toys. So when they do stuff like this, it really grinds my gears. I mean, because they're a good company, they're very aware of this, they know it. I mean, they could even use these tabs to give them a blue butt hip there, but they didn't. And yeah, there's a lot of other issues, but this is just a figure that for some reason wasn't made as well as you would expect from New Age. But this one, surprisingly, by Fans Toys or Mechanic Studios, this is really a great figure. And here, this is kind of like a KO of the Magic Square, making some improvements such as the red bumper here instead of silver for the toy version. So this is more cartoon accurate. And this one does have the matrix in here, which if I can open this up, it's really cool. So for a Legends figure, being able to, you know, have the matrix and the transformation design on here is a little bit better. Yeah, compared to the Magic Square. Look at this inner part is all blue, like the Magic Square's first version. You know, it's white and stuff. So yeah, I don't want to go rambling on and on. Hopefully you guys already know are aware of all of that. But yeah, the Legend scale, I mean, it's not, it just looks so bad. But yeah, it's really nice to have. And so yeah, that's a look at my collection of the Ultra Magnus figure. And one last look, and I'm telling you, I'm really looking forward to getting the Fans Toys version, because that's probably most likely going to be the best Ultra Magnus. So anyways, that's it. That's just a look at my collection of Ultra Magnus.
Ultra Magnus is the most mature spokesman for the Autobot cause. As a soldier, he is always practical and serious.
Move out, but be careful.
And he is so loved by his fellow Autobots